What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's Dave here with Mac Tutorials 14. And if you see this smile and you know how excited I get when new things happen, when awesome things happen, then you guys know what I'm going to be talking about, especially if you've seen the title of this video already. Today, out of nowhere, the Pangu team finally, or Pangu, however you want to say it, the Pangu team finally released the iOS 8/8.1 jailbreak fully untethered to the public. So the one thing, this does have some bad news to it, but thankfully Sarek is a god, Jay Freeman, and he was able to update the package as soon as he was able to, and thank God it happened. So I am going to be providing a tutorial. There is a little bit of bad news though. One of the bad news though, is that this jailbreak tool, like its predecessor, which would be the Pangu, original Pangu jailbreak tool for iOS 7.1 through 7.1.2, when that originally actually came out, it was only available for It was only available for Windows, and it was only available in Chinese. It did work, but it did use the date trick, and that has been patched in 8.1. So they figured out a new way to exploit that, which is if you actually turn Find My iPhone off, and then enter your iCloud password in, and then proceed with this jailbreak, it will actually exploit it, and it'll actually work. So I haven't tried this jailbreak yet. It actually just came out like 6 hours ago. I'm sorry for being so late. Like literally when I was on my way to school and I was checking Twitter, going through my normal, Twitter checks and everything, I was going through Twitter and I saw an article got posted about an iOS 8.1 through 8.0 through 8.1 jailbreak that came out by the Pangu team. I automatically looked into that and I saw it was legitimate. So unfortunately, I have yet to provide a tutorial just because I just got home. I'm making this video now. I'm updating you guys. I just got home. What I'm going to be doing is, unfortunately, this is a Windows-only program for the time being, which kind of stinks, and that's another one of the bad news that I have for this program. So if you have any hope of jailbreaking, whatever device that you have on 8.0 through 8.1, and you have a Mac, then you are going to have to resort through Parallels, some other VM, or just boot camp and partition your device to use Windows. Unfortunately, you're going to have to have some way of using Windows, like I said, either through a VM, boot camp on a Mac, or just a plain old different Windows computer that you might have instead of a Mac. Then you could go from there. So obviously, a Mac version as well as an English translated version will be released in the future. They didn't really give any ETAs, the Pangu team, or Pangu team, on when we would be seeing an English translated version along with a Mac version, but we can assume that it will be at least a week or so from now. They have to compile everything. Cydia isn't bundled in there. Basically, what this jailbreak was basically, originally, it was just a jailbreak for developers, because what this did was it didn't really install Cydia to the device. What it did was it enabled SSH into the device. It enabled root access into the device. Now, this is very, very useful for jailbreak developers and devs as a whole, to jailbreak an iOS, because they can push their tweaks and update their tweaks and make it so it'll actually work on jailbroken iOS 8 and make it, update it and have it, when the public actually gets, a fair Cydia release, everything will be good and ready for, when Cydia is publicly released for iOS 8. So like I said, Sarek is awesome, and he pushed an update a couple of hours ago for an iOS 8 Cydia version. Now, I guess this would be the official build. I'm not sure. He modified, I think, he modified the iOS 7 build and then made it so it would be compatible with iOS 8. Now, not a lot of things. Of course, with a new jailbreak as well, just be careful if you are updating from iOS 7 to iOS 8. Don't think that you're going to have everything working 100%. As with new releases, they still have to work out some bugs. Substrate's probably not going to be working properly. A lot of things probably aren't going to be working properly. Now, with the original iOS 7 jailbreak back last December when Evasion 7 hit, a lot more was wrong with it. Cydia substrate wasn't working properly as well as, there wasn't a proper build of Cydia for iOS 7. They didn't even redesign the app till 3-4 weeks later after the jailbreak came out. So, Sark has pushed this, and you can manually install it. It's definitely a lot harder to manually install it, than to just have it be there to automatically install it, because normally when you jailbreak, it automatically installs Cydia. But with this jailbreak, it gives you the option to install Cydia, install a different package and installation, whatever you want. But you have to install it through SSH, and it's definitely a lot harder to get this done if you do not know how to SSH into your device. Altogether, though, it definitely is a lot harder to get this done. So if you want to see how this is done, I will provide a full in-depth tutorial on how to do this. Now, it's going to be taking a little while just because I have to update, I have to update to iOS 8 first, as well as I also have to get a Windows, VM back on my computer, so that's going to take a couple of hours as well. So hopefully I should have this up by the end of the day into tomorrow, hopefully. And then definitely when a Mac version, an English Mac version, gets released, I will definitely make a different tutorial telling you guys how to actually jailbreak using that. Now, definitely, though, when the English translated version comes out for the Mac, it will definitely bundle in Cydia. So it will be a lot different from the other tutorial, which is good because the Mac and Windows one for the previous Pangu jailbreak really wasn't that different. It was the same basic idea, except it was translated and a little bit easier to read when it had come out for Mac. So now it will just be generally a lot easier to do because of the fact that this will actually have Cydia bundled in the English translated version for Mac. It will have Cydia bundled in because Sark actually did push out this update. So again, until jailbreak developers update their tweaks to fully be compatible with iOS 8, don't expect all of your favorite jailbreak tweaks to work. Now, not everything, has to rely on Cydia and Cydia substrate. There are a couple of things like Flux, I think iFile, a couple of other things that do not require Cydia substrate in order to function. But a lot of the main tweaks that we know and love and use a lot of the time do have Cydia substrate and do require Cydia substrate in order to work. So just keep that in mind. And anyway, guys, make sure to stay tuned to this channel to be fully updated when Cydia actually gets bundled in with this new Pangu jailbreak tool, Pangu8 as they're calling it. So anyway, guys, this is awesome. This is an awesome time for jailbreakers. So take full advantage of this while you can, because Apple, nowadays they are quick to patch stuff. So, definitely when in English, I would say for now, if you're a normal user, hold off on this and wait until an English translated version comes out, as well as wait until, a version that bundles Cydia with the jailbreak comes out, because that will be coming out. That's the next step. You're going to be bundling Cydia into the program itself, along with an English translated version for both Windows and Mac. And until next time, guys, stay tuned to this channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is David signing out. Peace.